set your coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the best what we do, what we know. So let's go. What up, y'all? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Damn. Wow. What's up with y'all, man? What's up with everybody, man? Liking all that, like, share, subscribe, all that good ish, man. Y'all know, man. Tuned in. Glad y'all here rocking with me, man. For real, for real. It's crazy work and stuff out here, man. AFC Championship, NFC Championship. We gonna go over. Did a mock draft, did a Steelers mock draft, and Shedeur Sanders is on the Pro Bowl. That's crazy. What is we doing out here? What is we doing? I don't know. But look, I don't know. I can't call it. But I'm going to just jump right up into it. Real quick recap on the game. The AFC Championship, I thought was a great game. I thought it was a fantastic football game, by the way. That game was a low-scoring game. Those is football games that coaches and real football fans really love. Those low-scoring games like that, you know, because you see a lot. You see a lot with seeing less. You feel me? Less scoring, you see a lot more going on. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to everybody out there, you know, but hopefully it makes sense to you. But no, me personally, I thought Stidham did okay at being a backup quarterback in that game. You know what I'm saying? Besides his turnovers, but you know, but I do think that he did okay though in that game. Carried them well enough. They just couldn't make enough plays. What they had two missed field goals, and I think there was a 4th and 1, and they decided to go for it. Didn't kick the field goal. Those decisions, I mean, it is what it is when they come up to those decisions. But boy, those analytics, they will get you. Those analytics will get you, man. They will. I mean, because if I'm not mistaken, it's based upon, you know, player size, speed, you know, what they do and how good are they supposed to be, and your player might be slower or something. It's weird the way those analytics work, but nonetheless, the Patriots being able to pull that game off. Drake May had to use his legs in that game to actually propel the Patriots. Shout out to Mike Vrabel, all the Patriots fans out there. Y'all in the Super Bowl. Then we also got let me put this up on here. Let me make sure I put the link out there for everybody. I think I sent it to a few, but let me make sure I put the link up there. Run through some of these. I put it up there. Did I get it? I think I got it up there now. All right. And then you know, got that up there. Down the NFC Championship, I think that was great. That was a good high-scoring game right there. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he be on one, don't he? He's special. He really is. Like, dude really is special for real, man. He ball up. I like what the Seahawks really did, man. What they did, able to turn it around. They've been building these past couple years, man. And they deserve to be where they got Sam Darnold. I know the Vikings fan. If you're a Vikings fan, you're sick right now because the quarterback I had last year is now in the Super Bowl and won 14 more games. Actually, what? This is 16 games right now. Is this 16 that he actually won right now? No, 15. However you want to put it. Still got 14 last year. Got 14 now. You know what I mean? And he played one of the greatest against Matthew Stafford. The defensive pressure got there. The picks got there. I thought the defensive line did well on both sides because you seen pressure from both sides on both guys. Puka Nacua is special. I think the Rams need help, though. He need help somewhere else. Devontae Adams, I mean, he's getting older, man. He's getting older. I ain't gonna say he ain't producing, he ain't productive, but like they need another guy, man. They need another younger, energetic guy. They need some more, you could tell on the outside, somebody who's actually gonna step up and play. And that call was crazy. I think it was a crazy call too, man. It was wild. But that game was good, man. I liked that game. I liked it. Neither one of them was my team, so I really don't, put too much effort into it. But I did like the Seahawks. I really like them. I think they're going to go all the way. I don't think nobody could beat the Seahawks right now. Not the way that they play in football. Able to score, the way that they look. They're running the ball well, very well. Look good on the offensive line, defensive line. Patriots defensive line looks good too. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good battle, but I don't think they could do that with the Seahawks. That run game, the strength, size, speed, everything they got in those trenches is just phenomenal. What the Seahawks have done, and I think they're gonna win the Super Bowl. They're my pick. I'm going with the Seahawks. Who y'all got? That's who I got. What up, JB? What up with it, dog? You know what I mean? You know I'm about to talk my ish, man. I was like, Shedeur. What? Shedeur in the Pro Bowl. What are we doing? That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. I'm like, nah. I'm sitting here and I'm getting everything together, right? I'm getting everything together, and I get a text, and it's like, yo, and I'm like, what the f is this? Shedeur made the playoff. I'm like, Shedeur in a Pro Bowl? Like, how could that happen? Like, how do we get here to this point where you have a guy now? It's crazy. Say what you want. Say what you want, because it's crazy. I'm surprised he even accepted this, right? But I'm fair, so I'll say my piece on what I think on the other side, and I'll speak on the other side. I'll speak from both perspectives on this. I will. But first, that's crazy. They just out there playing duck, duck, goose with the Pro Bowl pick. Like, all right, duck, all right, goose. Everybody turning it down, or what? Everybody seems to be turning this down. So many different quarterbacks outplayed him this year. Just keep it real. Like, there's backup quarterbacks who got better stats than Shedeur Sanders right now. Like, this is supposed to be, the Pro Bowl is supposed to be the best playing the best. Even if it's a flag football game, it's supposed to be the best people out there on the field. But that's not what happened. We don't have the best. That's not the best. He's not the best quarterback. I mean, everybody else turning it down. I guess that you could look at that and say that's just how much of a mockery that the NFL, and how much of a joke the Pro Bowl game is now, because nobody really watches it. It's a flag football game now. But y'all are that desperate to go get the worst quarterback in the league to play with the best guys. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. Why are we in a participation trophy era? Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? So you letting everybody know, like, that's how soft we is out here. Like, what has it come to? Like, what are we doing? That's insane. That's insane. And like, I mean, and the reason how, like, we could just literally be who now, that literally shows you can have a name and get whatever you want in this country. You could get whatever you want. If your name ring bells, you could just do whatever you want to do. You get away with murder. This proves it. This actually proves that. But I don't care how many people turned it down. You don't go to the worst. Like I said, there's backups that has played better than him this year. And I'm just keeping it real. I hate that it gotta be him. That's why I'm surprised he even accepted this position. Like, why would he even accept this? That's insane. Why would, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That is, you said that the JB said the NFL is trash now. I'm only watching college football now. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't get how that even occurred to the point where you can be as bad as he played, right? You know what I mean? And still go to the Pro Bowl. I'm not on that. You say, hey, I'm not current on all the rules. Hey, nephew, I'm not current on all the rules and whatnot. But aren't the Pro Bowl players supposed to come from the teams and players with at least good records? Yeah, what up, Archie? Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, like, nah, it's not a good records. It's just good players. It's the best players from every team. You get, so, you know what I mean? A certain amount of players. You know, there may be a player that's on the Cleveland Browns, like Myles Garrett, for instance. I think he's the defensive end. He's definitely in the Pro Bowl, right? You know, he's the sack leader of the NFL. You know, he leads sacks, or you got the most interceptions, but you might be on the weakest team, or, you know what I mean, you got the most tackles, you know, things of that nature. That makes you're leading in a statistical category. He's not leading in anything. He's not. And you know what I mean? Like that just ain't right. And now in the NFL, they just look like they're a joke, like literally a joke, making this a laughing stock. Now for him, I guess you say, well, this is a shot for me to play and throw with some good receivers. Well, y'all ain't doing nothing but throwing in y'all Speedos, because that's what they wearing now. They wear Speedos in the jersey, and it's a flag football game is what it is. It's a flag football game. I don't even know what it looked like, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what it looked like, because I haven't watched the Pro Bowl in years. I have not watched it since they stopped playing tackle. You know, like it's weird. They just need to just do away with it. You said nepotism. Nepotism. I think it's nepotism, and the fact that they're just desperate. They know people want to go see him. The kids like to go see him, but even the kids know this is wrong. Even the kids know this is wrong. Like for real, my 9-year-old that we just seen play basketball the other day, y'all, that was following me, that seen him. Even he knew, like, how is Shedeur in a Pro Bowl? He ain't the best quarterback. Like, and that's crazy. That's crazy. Everybody knows that. So I guess it's a popularity contest now. They might as well just make it like a celebrity flag football game. That's what they might as well do with it. Just do away with it. Just do away with the whole NFL Pro Bowl name, and just do something like an NFL flag, like a flag football game. Just a celebrity flag football game. That's all. That's all they need to do with it now. You said it's all scripted. It's like now it's the new WWE. Yeah, I believe that too, JB. I like. Oh man. But we're gonna talk about it later. We could talk about it later. A lot of other people, a lot of y'all could come up here. I'm gonna try to get through these mock draft picks, because it's going that is definitely gonna come back up in the conversation, I'm sure. You know what I mean? But that's what I got to say about it. I just think it's a joke. I think that you can name so many quarterbacks that has outplayed him this year, including backups. I just don't know what kind of standard that says, and what that says about him, even accepting that position, I guess, is crazy. Make me look at him different now. So even if you was a big fan or however, like, that's crazy. Like, you know, you don't deserve that. Like, you taking participation trophies now. Like, that's what we doing now. Guys, you know, that's weird. That's weird. But look, I did a mock draft. I completed one. I'm gonna get through it as quick as possible, man, so we can get these conversations going, man. So y'all could come up. We could start talking about some of these topics, whether it's the game, the Shedeur thing, or, you know what I'm saying, you questioning my mock draft. Let me get through that real quick as possible. All right. Let me see. I gotta go through it. I gotta get it pulled up here. I don't know why sometimes, like, my computer be acting weird sometimes like that, man. Yeah, so, you know, and it ain't like everybody playing. Like, sometimes when my kids are upstairs, sometimes they be on the game playing Fortnite or whatever. Sometimes it'll start lagging on me, but that's not even the case right now. So I don't know why it's doing that. But I'm gonna get it right though, so I can get to the next page on the slide real quick, because I did go through a mock draft. And I know all of y'all ain't Pittsburgh Steelers fans, but so what? That don't mean that you can't challenge it and say, you know what, you tripping on this pick trucking. I think that pick is all right, whatever. You said Dylan got better stats. Yeah, Dylan does have better stats. He definitely does. Dylan Gabriel got better stats to make the Pro Bowl, most definitely. I mean, like he's in the bottom half. Like Mason Rudolph, obviously, he only threw a couple passes, but he do. I mean, you can go through a list of quarterbacks. There's only a few that played worse than him, like Justin Fields. You know what I mean? Statistically, but I mean, he's on the bottom half. He played bad. I mean, granted, he only played 7 games, but still, like he looked. Those 7 games, only one looked all right. You know what I mean? That's the 300-yard game, and I said all right, but I still gave him his props on that. But anyway, let me try to get through this, man. Let me try to get through this, y'all. So yeah, I did my mock draft. First pick, yeah, I'm saying in the draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that it should go to I think it should be D'Angelo Ponds. Me and Bishop, everybody know that me and Bishop was talking about it on the live the other day. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, if he's available at the 21st pick, you can't pass on him. I think we established that. Now, some people might say, well, Colton Hood might be available. I don't think we can go wrong with either one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever preference. I think D'Angelo Ponds he's only dropping because of his height. And I think that's kind of wrong. He's 5'9", 170 pounds, as you can see, from Miami, Florida, but he has speed. I like to call him Mr. Fundamental, because everything he does is he still stays with the fundamentals of football, and he plays hard. He'll play the run, and you know what I mean, and he's good at, most definitely good in the pass, man, zone, or whatever. And he's supposed to be running a 4.3. I'm sure that his stock will rise as time goes on, but to me, I think you can't pass on him, and I think that shakes up our draft a little bit. Because I don't think you got to reach for a receiver. I don't think so. I think we have to go corner or we have to go DB first. We have to. And since Caleb Downs won't be available, I think D'Angelo Ponds, Colton Hood would be the next best. But I went ahead and went with D'Angelo Ponds. All right. My next one, I got Jeremy Bernard. I like Jeremy Bernard, man. I really do, because look, he's clutching big game moments. Y'all already know, like, he's a beast with the contested ball. Like, he comes down with it, and in big game and big moments, he's always available. He looks really good. Got great route running with him. High football IQ to this guy. Y'all see Jeremy Bernard play, and everything that I'm saying, y'all know it's true. I think he got great hands. He's gotten better every year. They utilized him more. This year, I think the only reason why he's not one of the top 5 receivers, to be honest, in my eyes, because I think, to me, he was better than Ryan Williams with Alabama. So that's how big I think about him, sitting at 6'1", 204 pounds from Las Vegas. Jeremy Bernard, most definitely being able to stick him in the second round, because I actually did do an actual mock draft, you know what I'm saying? And these just are my picks. But yeah, I think he's a beast. Under 1,000 yards this year, and I think that didn't help him. But at the same time, it might help the Pittsburgh Steelers and where we're sitting at drafting, right? Because he'll be like our 53rd pick next. All right, my next pick is Jacob Rodriguez in the 3rd round. Yeah, I went Jacob Rodriguez in the 3rd round because I think we need another linebacker. I don't know what we're doing with Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen, he $30 million, paying him $30 million. I think that's overpaid. I think some of these veterans got to be moving out. He's not a leader. Jacob Rodriguez is most definitely a leader. He won the Dick Buckus Trophy. He's always around the play. His run fitting is great. I mean, elite. He's his sideline to sideline is he's always there. He cuts it off. He's one of those guys that's going to stick his head in there every single play. Like, he's like a daredevil at linebacker, and that's kind of what you need. And he's a great tackler and a great leader, and we need that in the middle of that defense in Pittsburgh, because Highsmith, we need somebody who's going to be able to relieve him. I'll get there in a second, but most definitely him. I think Jacob Rodriguez in the 3rd with our 3rd pick, you know what I'm saying, 3rd round pick. Drew Barry. Yeah, I got him from the offensive tackle from Boston College. When I looked up at him, man, like, yeah, he's a piece that needs work. He has a lot of raw talent. He do, you know what I'm saying, 6'5", 311 pounds. He got like excellent length to him. You know what I'm saying? He's real strong, super athletic at that position, but he do need some work. He definitely needs some work. Not a lot, but in the run game, he has it. But he can practice more in that run game. But once he gets his hands on you, if he get a hold of you, he taking you for a ride, like how Darnell Washington do for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Go watch some of the highlights and watch him when he played tackle. When he gets his hands on a guy, it's over. You're not going nowhere. You're way back. He's really strong, fast, athletic, quick feet. Everything that you really want in a tackle. And look, he's a depth piece. Drafting him with our 4th pick overall, you know what I mean? Like, hey, that's more depth. Maybe he'll step up and take somebody's position that ain't playing out there on the field, right? So offensive tackle from Boston College, I like him, Drew Barry. All right, next pick. Let me get to the next one. Nick Singleton. Nick Singleton, man, I like Nick Singleton for the simple fact he had a great 2024 season for the Penn State, for the Nittany Lions, had over 1,000 yards. I see it up there. And then now he had 500, sharing carries with Katron Allen. Katron Allen was the heavy hitting back for Penn State this year. Now Nick Singleton, he's more versatile, if you ask me, sitting at 6 foot, 224 pounds, not really a small guy, but he's really fast. And from all the reports that I was reading about Penn State is comparing him to Saquon Barkley, saying that he can squat just as much of him. They remind him of that, got that kind of speed. Now, if he's getting those kind of praises in comparison from Penn State, I don't think that they lying about that, you know, and he had a light year. He only ran for 550 yards on 123 carries this entire season. So that's good for the future NFL team. And if we can get him with like per se what our 5th pick in the draft, this would be the 5th pick. So it'd be like what, the 4th round, early 4th round, because we got 3 third-round picks this year. So most definitely, if I can get him here, and he's a good special teams piece and top end speed, almost 24 miles per hour. Yeah, man, I'm rocking. I'm getting him. If I could get somebody, I'm getting him, right? Then Bud Clark. All right, Bud Clark from TCU. Now, a lot of people y'all sitting there like, Bud Clark, he been in college forever. I don't know about Bud Clark. He's a safety, right? We still got Jalen Ramsey there. So I'm thinking as to, like, so if I was to put a GM hat on, shout out to Bishop, you know what I'm saying, everybody out there. If I got that on, I'm looking at this and I'm saying I can get a guy, you know what I mean? I don't have to reach, you know, and Mike McCarthy might not. This might not happen, but this is what I did. I got Jalen Ramsey there to show these guys the ropes a little bit. And Bud Clark has a lot of good raw talent. You turn the tape on him, he's a beast. I mean, look, he got 15 career interceptions. He's a ball hawk. He's around the ball, got good hands to be a DB, which is kind of rare. He got closing speed, you know. He's been working on his cuts and coming out in and out of the cuts with the receivers. He looked really better, a lot better doing that this year. And that's what I was talking about with the closing speed. He's a better tackler every year. Every season, he became a better tackler, not just statistically, but you can go look at the film. Every year, he got better tackling. And I think that's a safety that we could bring in. You don't have to bring him in lane long. And what we're picking at in the draft, I think that kind of messed things up too. So, but Bud Clark, I like him, man. You know? The Talon Green, y'all already know how big I am on Talon Green. I've always been talking about him. Dude from Arkansas, quarterback from Arkansas, 6'6", 224 pounds. Get another quarterback in there. He's good in an RPO system. A freakish athlete. The speed that he got. You see, he threw for over 7,000 yards. I mean, 6,000 yards in his 2 years that he been down there in the SEC. Started off at Boise State. I think he's going to be good in a Mike McCarthy type of system, RPO concepts. I think that the RPO concepts that Mike McCarthy is going to try to dry up a little bit of those. Kind of, and I'm thinking as far as like Dak was at Dallas when he was there, had a little bit of those in there. And I think they're going to apply some more with Will Howard being in there. He's definitely a guy who has to work on his accuracy because he's only a 60% completion percentage passer. But sitting there, hopefully he's able to develop himself. But you can't pass on him, and especially with our offensive line being shaky the way it is, if it folds and he breaks out on you, and he's a very strong runner, and he ran even harder last year, go turn on some of that tape. You'll see what I'm talking about. And he keeps his eyes downfield when he's running too, looking for the pass. So I really like Talon Green, man. You can't pass on him. We're getting him like in the 5th round. Just almost as we got Will Howard last year. Can't pass on that. Yeah. Trevor Pena real quick. I'm trying to get through these really quick. What up though? Law? What up, Law? What's up, y'all? Trevor Pena. I don't really think you could go wrong with getting Trevor Pena here this late neither in the draft, me personally. I think his draft, his stock might have dropped a little bit too because of his stats. Now, the way he played, he only had 2 touchdowns this year, 552 yards. But Trevor Payne, y'all know the year before that, he was the best receiver in the ACC, period, point blank. Had Kyle McCord looking like a Heisman winning quarterback. I mean, he really did up at Syracuse. And that's still that same guy. He's great in traffic. He has great hands in heavy traffic. Great hands. This ain't something I'm making up. Y'all know what he looked like. He's not really a deep ball type of guy. I think he's more better in like that 12, that 10 to 13 yard type of range. I think he's really good there. As you can see, he averages 11 yards per catch. I think he's really good in that type of range, that intermediate type of range right there. And he's really smart, high IQ, another one, a high IQ guy. And he just finds holes to sit in. And I think you can plug him in the NFL right now, him and Bernard, you know what I'm saying? But if not, Trevor Pena also plays special teams, so he can fit there. That's what that territory we leaning in now is these special teams type of territory for a lot of these guys. Yeah, Keaton Wade. I got Keaton Wade on there. Yeah, from Colorado. Cause look, he got more traits than it is like that he is polished. And that's because of the lack of development that goes on at Colorado, right? That we believe that went on at Colorado why his tenure was there. He got the prototypical traits, right? He's 6'4", 235 pounds, outside linebacker, edge type of guy, right? He needs development. What better development can you get with playing with one of the best? If you ain't going to go to Cleveland and play with Myles Garrett, Matt Crosby, if you got the chance to go to Pittsburgh and get picked up in the 6th round and you can play with TJ Watt, learn from Cam Hayward, Derek Harmon, you know what I'm saying, Alex Highsmith, he could pick up a lot there. You know what I'm saying? And I think Terrell Austin is coming back too. And you know how he is with our edges. He can learn a lot on our team. And he'll definitely develop. And right now, another special teams guy getting some young legs out there on special teams. Good tackler. He's a high motor type of guy. He don't quit on plays. And special teams definitely need him. And he'll develop into something nice down the road. I think Keaton Wade, I think that's a solid pick right there for him. All right, Preston Hodge, he's another one of those picks. I think he's like just what I just said about the special teams, because that's the territory in. 6 foot, 200 pounds, but he's a slot nickel. He's a press type of cornerback. He don't got phenomenal speed. There's a lot that he got to work on, but he's always around the ball. He's close to it. Like his hands ain't there, but he has a lot of pass breakups. I think he's like he led with the Big 12 with pass breakups. But he still has things that he needs to work on. Coming from the system that he just came from, it has nothing to do with him as a player. He was phenomenal in Liberty when he was playing in the Conference USA. Went to the Big 12 and he looked totally different. But get onto a team where you got the chance to play with Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey. When you got a chance to learn from that guy, Jalen Ramsey, man, I think that Preston Hodge could pick up. But he can, but most definitely will add some real good depth and be a real good piece for our special teams and maybe leading into a great starter one day on the team. All right. Jordan Hall, man. Jordan Hall, he got hurt. And that's what's questioning with him. Jordan Hall, right? The defensive lineman from Georgia, 6'4", 320 pounds. If he didn't get hurt early on in his season, I think his stock probably would have risen. But, his backup came in and did what he was supposed to do. I mean, when you at Georgia, that's what happens. They got guys, they got depth for days. So, but he's a strong tackler. He played with good leverage. I looked him up a little bit. He wrestled in high school. So when you wrestle, you got good balance. And when you got good balance as a defensive tackle, that's what they look for, because you're able to set the edge in the run. When you can set the edge, you could play with low center of gravity, able to play the edge. And that's what we need. We need somebody who could come in and help with the run. And I think that Jordan Hall can do that. But he got some things that he need to learn. But once again, we got the defensive lineman guys there that he can go in that group with, fit right in, pick up some things, get back on track, and we could get a steal here, because of him, first of all, being a junior, and then him being hurt. And that's the one thing, though, injuries. Is this injury lagging and going on? I don't know. But we'll have to find out with that. All right. And last but not least, Charles Becker, the offensive tackle from Notre Dame, 6'8", 320 pounds. Dude is like, he's better pass blocking than he is run blocking. But when you that big, like it's just hard to bend. I think they call it like uncoil. The proper term is uncoil. But for people in layman's terms, the uncoil, it just means you stiff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just another word for stiff. but it's also a coil, like, you know what I mean? A coil is pop, a turn, a twist. But he is a multi-sport athlete. He only didn't play football. He do got quick feet, a good developmental piece, a guy that is big, strong, and he's long. He has the length to play. But there's some work that got to be done with him. I mean, but that's what you get when you picking 21st in the draft of each round. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna be getting all the best players. Now, maybe I could have did better, maybe in the third. But look, that's me. That's my draft. I don't know. Y'all come up here and y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. That's what I did. That's my little mock draft. That's the end of that. You know what I mean? That's what I did right there. What's up? You said 450 what? 456. What up, though? What's up, y'all? And that's how I feel. That's what I went right there with the draft. Tried to get through that fast as possible with my my little mock draft for the Steelers. But y'all let me know how I did on that. I feel like when I made that, right, when I did that list and I actually did the draft, I did it as quick as possible, and I'm sitting there thinking about every position. I think I got every position out of the way. Now, I think I could have done some different picks, like what Jacob Rodriguez. You could possibly get a receiver there, a better receiver. But I think we got to go with a receiver in the second round. And I don't think there was a receiver that was better than Trevor Pena, to be honest. You know what I mean? I think Pena is a sleeper in the draft. The way that he can play, if we can get him where I picked him at, and we can get Jeremy Bernard, I think we'll be all right with what we got out there now. But with Mike McCarthy being the head coach now of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think we may go receiver first. And for some weird reason, I just don't know. We may skip over Colton Hood and D'Angelo Pons, which would be crazy, but I won't put it past them to do that. I definitely wouldn't put it past our organization to do that. But I do think that we can't let pass one of those guys. I don't think you could. I think that GL might be telling them right now, like, you can't pass on Colton Hood or D'Angelo Pons with the 21st pick, because we're picking in that spot where it's complicated. I would like to call it the early second round. You know what I mean? Like 21st and to the 31st. I think that's early second round in my book. You know what I mean? I don't think you're reaching to grab a guy like that. He's supposed to go in the second round anyway, and then you go and grab a guy like that. I think that'd be dope to grab one of those guys right there. Jacob Rodriguez, his stock has dropped. I have no idea why he's like, his stock is where it's at right now. A lot of this probably will change, and most definitely will change as time goes on. I'm gonna probably try to do more. I'm gonna definitely do more than just this one mock draft, because it's gonna be a lot of them. It's gonna be a lot of more mock drafts. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna change. About time the underwear Olympics start, the NFL Combine. About time the NFL Combine start, a lot of people going to start changing their minds. I think D'Angelo Pons is picking up steam on social media, first of all, and we see how well social media will do. If you're popular on social media and you're a football player, you might even get a Pro Bowl. They might retire your jersey in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? They might retire your jersey in the stadium if you're popular. It's crazy what popularity can do for you these days, and everything. It ain't even just likes and shares and being an influencer or a podcaster no more. It's everything. Popularity is everything now, which is crazy. It's weird. That's super weird, but yeah, that's what it'll get you. I think his name is going to start ringing bells, but it'll go up there. Maybe he won't be available, and it'll force us to take like, not Jalen Polk, but that's who Bernard remind me of. But he played with Polk. Who am I talking about? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Washington receiver David Boston, Denzel Boston, because that's who a lot of people want in Pittsburgh. And I wouldn't be mad at him. But look, I think Cornell Tate, Denzel Boston, and Jeremy Bernard. Call me crazy if y'all want to. That's why I dropped the link. I think those guys are all like the same. I really feel like all those guys are like the same. I do. Like, this receiver class is like, I feel like this year's receivers class is like last year's running back class. And because Cornell Tate, he's another they got him as the number 10 receiver, the number 10 player on the board, like coming off, the best available. And he's 6'3". I think he's 6'3", 190 pounds. That's where they got Cornell Tate listed at. And he's not fast. He's running a 4.6. He's supposed to run a 4.6. That's decent speed. That's fast enough. That's that's faster than I am, but still 4.6. Like, I don't know. There's guys out there like that. I think that this could shift with. This will shift. By the time the combine start, I think it will shift because Jeremy Bernard can do everything that Cornell Tate can do. I mean, really. I mean, and he was that guy for Alabama. He really was. He done a lot. He even, you can even use him like Deebo Samuel's type, give him a jet sweep. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could run the ball. I seen him running the screens, possession wise, 50-50 ball wise. He's really good. And there's a couple of guys out there that can do that. Denzel Boston, he done that all year at Washington. His contested catches was off the chain, and he had to work hard. He really did. Had a younger quarterback throwing at him. I thought they did all right, man. I thought he did all right. For real. I thought he played all right, but that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, man, that's how I feel. What's up with y'all, man? What's up, y'all? What's going on, y'all? I know y'all still want to. But back to this Shedeur thing, man. This Shedeur Sanders, the way that they want to play duck, goose on the Pro Bowl picks, right? Maybe if you him, right? Maybe, just maybe, if you're him, you looking at this like it's a chance to look different with some better players and some pro players, but you're throwing against air, but at least you got a pass rush coming at you, right? And you are playing with some of the best. So I guess this could help him. But you could say yes to the Pro Bowl, but no, I don't want to play for the Ravens or the Eagles. You turn that down, but go to the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because you're stuck. Because I think at this point he's stuck in Cleveland, right? I think Cleveland has made their mind up on keeping him, which is crazy. I think they still should go quarterback, but I don't think that there's a quarterback in the draft right now this year that you could say definitively without a doubt that could come in there and maybe do a better job besides Fernando Mendoza and I don't think Moore's not coming out, but he got some things to work on. I don't know. I don't know if there's a guy. A lot of these guys got to be developed, and I don't know if there's a guy that can go in Cleveland and do better. But he didn't look good there at all. And he definitely didn't. He definitely didn't deserve to be in this Pro Bowl that we got going on. So I had to do some reading on it, but I'm gonna do some reading and I'm gonna see what's up with it. Anyway, they say Browns QB Shedeur Sanders named to the Pro Bowl as a replacement per report. So let's read about it. This is what they had to say. The writer give credit to the writer. Jordan Dajani read this about 2 hours ago. He said, from a 5th round pick to the Pro Bowler, Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders has been added to the Pro Bowl as a replacement. As first reported by Jordan Schultz, Sanders is a 5th round rookie to make the Pro Bowl since the first 5th round rookie to make the Pro Bowl since Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua. The original AFC quarterbacks selected to the Pro Bowl were Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Drake May. With May off to the Super Bowl, there is at least one spot open for a new quarterback in the NFL's All-Star games. Sanders went 3-4 as the starter this season and completed 56% of his passes for 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions in 8 total games played. After being made the inactive emergency third quarterback for the first half of the season, Sanders got his first career start in Week 12 against the Los Angeles Raiders. Sanders led the Browns to a 24-10 victory and completed 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He became the first Browns quarterback to win his first career start since 1995. What? That's crazy. That's where they spending that. You see how they doing this? Y'all see what they doing here? But we'll continue. While Sanders won his first NFL start, he registered his second worst completion percentage since week 11, which was his NFL debut, and threw for an NFL high 10 interceptions in the last 8 weeks of the season as well. Sanders was pressured on an NFL high 51% of his drop back, yet blitzed at the 7th lowest rate, 24%, right? That he wasn't blitzing them. 24%. That's a low rate. The son of NFL legend Deion Sanders fell to the 5th round of the 2025 draft despite of winning the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year during his final season at Colorado. Sanders was the second quarterback Cleveland selected at the Browns, drafted Dylan Gabriel out of Oregon in the 3rd round. Questions remain about where Sanders stands with the organization as Deshaun Watson is expected to return to the active roster in 2026. And the Browns are still in process of selecting their new coach, but Sanders joined the elite club, the Pro Bowl, whatever. That's what he said. Shout out to the writer and everything that wrote that. Still some crazy shit. How you? I don't really know. I don't know how you. I'm lost for words right now, y'all. I got to get my thoughts together. I really got to get my head together right now. This is where we're going in the world, in sports. This is where we're leading. This is how soft we have gotten as people, to the point where they can make decisions like this in our face. In our face. They don't care. They millionaires. They don't care what nobody got to say. These is billionaires that own these teams. It's $1 billion. That's a $1 billion play club. That's a, you know what I'm saying? That's just a hobby for them. Yeah, I own them. I own them niggas. That's, you know what I mean? That's how they talk. I don't care. Like, I don't like to really use that as much, but that's how they talk. Y'all know that's how they talk. Like, we ain't gotta sit here and, you know what I mean, and sugarcoat nothing, because we don't do that here. Y'all know we don't do that here. And that's how it is. Just a play thing for them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, like, you know, and they can't stand when we make that bread. But dang, like, I'm trying to get the stat pulled up, but my computer is acting shady because I really want y'all to see the stats statistically of how many quarterbacks actually could have been here or been in this spot. Like, I get it. You couldn't get Drake May, Josh Allen to the Pro Bowl. Like, you could have got Pat Mahomes. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to I want to ask y'all a question out there. I want to ask y'all a question before we get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna sound like a hater today, but I don't care. I don't care. Like, that shouldn't, stuff like this shouldn't be happening. Then I won't have to speak on it. But I got this in a message, right? So, the list of the starter quarterbacks. Y'all tell me when to stop. And y'all in the comments. There's a few people here watching. I got over 20 people up in here. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, right? What up, Cliff? What up, Cliff? What's going on? Cliff. Oh, you come back up, Cliff. I was on the other screen. My bad, dog. You come back up. Anyway, so let's get this popping, right? Y'all tell me when to stop. Hit that like button too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Hit the Cash App too. Hit the Cash App. Like, Cash App, Truck and Trubby. Y'all hit that up. You know what I mean? Straight up. Listen. Yo, I'm gonna cut up, bro. I'm cutting up. Look. Yeah, Cash App, Truck and Trubby, bro. Listen, what up, Cliff?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, it ain't nothing, man. This is wild. That's wild.
You know, I know you want to get started. It's, I'm gonna use another word. It's a mockery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Everyone declined. They needed another quarterback. and I guess they called him, and he accepted. Who the NFL is people go look at this and say, "Oh, he got selected to the Pro Bowl." Oh, and woo woo. We know the following. But if you know football and how the Pro Bowl really is, which it isn't anymore, this is just for clout and clicks and views. This is to get people to actually tune in to a flag football game, which people haven't been watching.
Yeah.
I personally feel like Shedeur should have turned it down.
Yeah.
They're making a bit of a joke out of the kid. I really don't like it. And they're putting it and they're dangling it in front of people's faces. And people are too naive to notice that because they're excited, figuring like he's really a Pro Bowler. That will not go on his list of accomplishments.
Nah, nigga, you got a participation trophy. This is a glorified participation trophy. If there ever was one, this is a glorified participation trophy. He know he don't. He like, come on, bro. He know he don't deserve to be there. That's just crazy. That's what I said too. Like, I'm surprised of him and who he is, the ego that he got, enough ego to turn down a backup position, knowing that you're a rookie, knowing you didn't get drafted in the first round, and you sat past the third round, and you say you don't want to go to the who? You don't want to go play for the Super Bowl champ Eagles? You don't want to go sit behind Lamar Jackson, but you're going to go to a Pro Bowl? Like, come on, bro. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You could make that decision? Like, I'm like, oh, no.
And I mean, if you look at it, like you said, you got Josh Allen, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got CJ Stroud, you got, I mean, some of them, I guess CJ may be going or whatever, but I mean, you still got other quarterbacks, Joe Burrow. You got all these quarterbacks in the AFC that said no.
All of them said no?
I mean, the ones that weren't initially picked. The only reason why he's going is because they couldn't find a replacement for May.
That's crazy. So Sanders,
that's the only reason.
I mean, Dylan Gabriel played better. Why didn't offer him? He got better stats. He got more interceptions than he do touchdowns.
Like I said, the NFL, they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's about the viewership. And like I tell people, they watch the mockery on YouTube. They watch all of this and they see the following. And they like, you know what? We know they go follow. They gonna have a Pro Bowl party on their channels and this and this and that. That's more viewership. Check it out. Let's call a kid, tell them to come on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what they did.
So, look, Cliff, I got this list. Shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it out there because it was a private conversation, right? But shout out to you. This is his joint, right? He texted me this list. And he said, now you tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop when you hear a quarterback that he's played better than. Just say simply stop. Like we playing whammy, like we playing big bucks and whammies. Remember that show? They be like big bucks, big bucks whammies. Yeah. All right, so you just tell me when to stop. All right. Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Jaden Daniels, Jared Allen, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, who's the quarterback at Indianapolis? Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. Who was the backup at? Who was the backup? Wasn't it y'all quarterback at Notre Dame last year?
Yeah, Leonard.
Okay.
Stop. That's the only person.
Leonard?
Yeah. But Leonard really didn't play because he was hurt.
Okay, so let me keep going then. So that's I ain't count. Okay. Damn, Trevor. I can't remember his last name. Anyway,
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Pat Mahomes. All right. Okay, you want me to keep going? Should I keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going.
Gino, better than Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford, Tua Tagovailoa, Drake May, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shough, Brady Cook. How about Brady Cook?
Did Brady even play?
Brady played. That's a shame, y'all. That's a shame. That's where we going. That's all I'm saying. So even when you said stop then, that was what? We were already in about 13, 14 quarterbacks.
And I think Leonard only played one game, and that's why they went and got Rivers. I mean, look, the young man needs to get better. He played a total of what? He started 6 or 7 games, 7 TDs, 10 interceptions. I think his QBR was one of the lowest. I know it was the lowest in the AFC and the lowest that's ever been for rookies that have started 5 or more games. Completion percentage, it was abysmal.
Now I gotta argue myself because don't nobody want to come up and argue me.
So it's like, I mean, what can somebody argue? If you argue, I mean, really, Trucking, what can you argue? It'll be straight delusion. But see, I would know what the argument is going to be. Oh, the offensive line sucks. Oh, this and this and this. Listen, people, this is not collegiate football. This is professional football. Every offensive line is not going to be perfect.
No,
some quarterbacks have to work through. I give you, he's a rookie. I give you, he's going to go through his growing pains. But check this out, people. When Peyton Manning started, he threw 18 interceptions. That was through, I think, 14 games or more. Shedeur just played 6 or 7 and had 10. He was on his way to throwing 34 picks. He was averaging 2 a game.
That's crazy.
Do the math.
Man, that's crazy.
Know what 17 times 2 is.
So now I got to get on my Black Power ish. So forgive me, right? No, don't forget. No, because now you have to look at this and you got to be like, all right, they're gonna use you as a black man. See, that's what the excuse gonna be. They're gonna use you as a black man out here. They're gonna use you, right? So when they get to using you, you know what I mean? You got to go out and get your money worth. See, they only want you because you're popular, right? Get your money up out of them. When you throw a ball, make sure you tell your daddy. Make sure you say depending on me. They depending on me. You hear me? So now you know what I mean? All them type of deals and all that type of ish. Get what you can get up out of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like that, man. Right. This is crazy. That's where this is going. Straight down that tube of conspiracy theorists, this, that, and the third. Now, where's all the conspiracy theorists at that was talking about, oh, the NFL is racist. They ain't pick him up in the first round. They picked him up in the 5th round. Where's all that at now? You go to the Pro Bowl and didn't deserve the damn Pro Bowl, bro. Trucking, I'm gonna say this, and you're right. You hit the nail on it. The fans, y'all should be more pissed off about this selection more than a draft selection. Come on, man.
Because it seems like they're bringing this young man in as a freaking sideshow.
That's why I'm surprised he said yes to this. You don't know how much of a clown you look like. Like, come on, bro. Like, you a competitor. You are a competitor. There are literally 9-year-olds. I know 9-year-olds. Shout out to all my young 9-year-olds on the basketball team with the bucket heads and everything else. I know babies that would not take it. Like, I'm not want to go to an all-star game. I wasn't an all-star. They know when they good. They know when they good. Like, come on. Like, so I could just make you just play. I called you and say, are you going to play? Are you going to come be a quarterback on the roster? He may not even be starting. He might just be a just filling the roster or whatever. I guess all of them play, but what is, man, that's insane. This is just insane, bro. Hey, there's so many.
Hey, that cartoon thumbnail is right on. Duck, duck, goose.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Yes. You know.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm no hater, none of that. I'm just saying this is very fishy to me. It seems, like I said, it seems like it's pre-planned to a certain extent, which really, people haven't cared about the Pro Bowl since they started lagging and wasn't tackling and was playing tag in full equipment. And now it's flag football. You know, just name people to a Pro Bowler and hey, have your little competitions or your little festivities. And I think that's what they really invited him for, is probably some of the little competitions that they have it. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to play actually in the game or whatever, but I know they do have competitions along with this.
Yeah, that's why they invited him. I mean, they invited him for, for no, like you said, I mean, they didn't have somebody to fill it. You know what I mean? And they got to think about putting butts in the seats now at this point, because of the best quarterbacks are the most popular quarterbacks usually, because they're the best, right? So who's the next most popular quarterback? Shedeur Sanders, right? So they go to Shedeur Sanders for it because it's about the money. But I mean, it just, it's that bad. The NFL, that's how down bad the NFL is. Like, and that just turns people off even more to the NFL. They don't realize what they're doing to the sport that we all love and know of, football. Like, football is literally dying right in front of us, y'all. It's literally dying in front of us. It's like on life support now, to the point where they're taking one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the NFL and putting them on the Pro Bowl team because he's popular. Like, that's how endangered this sport of football that we is in. And nobody's still going to watch it. It's a flag football game.
Exactly.
I don't care if Shedeur's playing or not. It's a flag football game.
Exactly.
If that's the case, people would have watched Shedeur play flag football with Kai and them when they was playing flag.
Right.
Nobody watched that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if y'all trying to get, all they care about is getting $1 million, that's all y'all gonna get. Ain't nobody tuning in live to watch that. I hope y'all putting it on YouTube. If y'all put it on his YouTube channel, it'd probably do better numbers than it would on Netflix or Amazon. I hope y'all don't put it on national TV, because nobody care about that game.
Well, it'll be on ESPN, ABC. They do it every year. But the thing is this: no one watches it. Everyone is getting ready for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And it's for the casual fan. It's not for true football fans. And see, that's what these sports have kind of moved towards, is casual fans. They want a different demographic. And it's killing the sport. Now, I don't have no problem with trying to, get more women into it, which more women are getting into it, getting more younger kids into it. But with the kids and things like that, I think sometimes that has to do with the household. Because you still got a lot of kids that won't watch sports. They'd rather be outside, whatever they do now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know you're trying to reach the casual fan, the video gamers and things of that nature, but uh it's proven that the game is going down. And I made this point 6 weeks ago. Indianapolis Colts. You go and get a retired NFL player that's been retired for I don't know how long. Been sitting back. I don't know if he drink beer or not, but I know he been eating steaks and everything, coaching his son up.
Getting fat.
You go and get him off the couch, and he really can't throw a pass with any velocity on it past 15 yards.
Period.
But because he's going to be a Hall of Famer and he understands the position and understands the game, he was pretty effective. Now, how do you let a man come off the couch and have a couple of games of over 200, 250 yards, almost 300 yards, and we got these kids that have these rifle arms and everything and can only throw for 130 or 40 yards in a full game? Where does that make sense at?
It don't make none. It don't. You can't make sense of it. Like, you can't really make sense of what's going on now. Besides, it's a shame. It's bad.
We talked about it, Trucking. I think that was your last live when we were all up there in Bishop. Like I said, they've dumbed everything down. It's so many passes at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Where's receivers running the full route tree? And then you want to complain about receivers. Well, I mean, if I play receiver, I don't have to learn the full route tree. Mm-mm. I can learn about 5 routes and man, just have myself prepared how to fight off blocks from screens. There's no pushing the ball down the field anymore. There's no, we'll sit back, and I know you've done it, Trucker, sitting at home and say, this is a perfect time coming out of this timeout or first down to take a deep shot. When is the last time we really seen a quarterback just take a deep shot to either get a pass interference or make the defense kind of loosen up? We don't even see that anymore.
This is crazy, man. This is insane, y'all.
Oh.
This is insane. A 5th round quarterback with a losing record and underwhelming stats was just named a Pro Bowl replacement, y'all.
Yes.
That, like, come on, man. Like, y'all, like this is that the very, like, it puts you in the integrity of the event period. Nobody really want, but they got what they wanted out of this. They knew if they did something like this, it was going to be controversial. There was going to be plenty of people like myself that was going to be content creators and everything that was going to speak out on it. And the Pro Bowl was going to get hashtagged and talked about in the algorithm more than it ever has in the past 2 years. So on the back end, I guess you could say it's genius because that's what they want to use it for, right? You know what I mean? It could be talked about, to be mentioned, to get a couple of views in or whatever, So that from that perspective, I guess you could say they hit on it, right? It's a business, but they hit on it. But just like, when it comes down to like your personal integrity and selling your soul and whatnot, I think like when they talk about selling your soul and all that kind of stuff, like this is what they talk about. This is Shedeur Sanders putting lipstick and a dress on right now, going out there and playing in this game. This is it. This is it. That's this moment.
Basically,
you know what I mean? It is.
Yeah.
You could try to look at, you could try to spin it and say what it's not and what it, that's most definitely what it is. He's putting his dress on, putting his lipstick on, and going out and going singing Pretty Girl, Pretty Woman. You know what I mean? That's what he's going to go do right now. And don't even realize it, which is crazy because, you get your counsel from your father. And this is why I'm a little thrown off with this, because of how competitive that household is, who his father is, who he is. Why would you make a move like this? Y'all and then y'all are allowing this to happen right in front of y'all face and think nothing of it. And think nothing of it at all. Just letting it happen right in front of your face.
If that's the case, you might as well let Dion go on and coach against the Mannings. Come on, let's call Archie up and ask him what is he doing right now out of college. Tell him to come on to the Pro Bowl. He can play too.
You do what you want. I guess you could do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? When your name is popping, you do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people would hold me more accountable than they would somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? When you got a name, man, you do whatever you want to do out here in this country, man. That's real rap, man. You could do whatever you want. Yeah, but that's how they playing games with people. These billionaires is playing games, man.
Yes, in front of our faces.
Playing
and people
face, man.
And people are getting happy and thinking that's something to be happy about for this young man and an accolade for this young man. He wasn't picked on his play, on his merit of play. And if you all think that you all are idiots.
Nah, you can call them what they is. You call it, say the word. You know, you can say the word. We almost an hour in. Y'all some dumbasses.
Man, you know I was gonna use the other word, but I ain't gonna use that one on the show. But hey, you all are idiots.
Straight up.
I mean, stone cold idiots. If you think he got a call on the base of his play and merit of what he did this season.
Not at all. Playing your face and y'all letting it happen. That's the insane part. They just don't nobody care. You said dink dink dink. You said it's dink. You said it's all dink and dunk. It's all ball control. Ball control. That's what Motivated Dedicated said. He agreed with you about that. He said it's all about the money. I get that. I get that. Hey, look, y'all, I get that part of it. I definitely get that part. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, like, bro, so where's the conspiracy theorists at now, though? Like, where's all that? You know, like I said earlier, he got drafted late and they set him up. Like, no, they ain't set up. They ain't set him up. Got picked where he got picked at.
Where he got picked.
That's what it was. Now all this, you say he doesn't want his children to be better than him. Dion. Like, I don't think like now when you letting your son make a decision that's gonna make it like that's like this. Like,
right, but you know, I'm not understanding, and you made a good point again, Truck. And it's like you let your son turn down going to Philly. You let him turn down going to Baltimore. I would have been like, tell him no, you good. Everybody else done told him they good in the AFC. That wasn't originally picked. So why? I mean, okay, if that was the case, what did y'all ask Jared Stidham that played yesterday?
They try to hold him up as being one of the best in the AFC. No, that's a damn lie. He threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns. That's crazy right there. I shouldn't even have to pull up the rest of the stats. But, like, first off, let me just say this. Look at the numbers, y'all. Because when you look at the whole story, this ain't just about my opinion. It ain't about the objective facts. It's about all the things I just talked about. A Pro Bowl selection is supposed to be a reward for an elite football season. That's what this is. A mark of excellence. A mark of I'm the best out here. I'm one of the best in the position. Shedeur, his season was the total opposite of that whole thing, y'all. He took over the Cleveland Browns when he started after Dylan Gabriel, right? After Dylan Gabriel got his concussion. What week was that? Week 8, 9? What week was that?
He started 7 games. It just came up on the screen. He only passed for 1,400 yards with 7 touchdowns and 10 freaking picks.
All right. And so right. 7 games that he started. He led the team in a losing record. 3-4. They was 3-4. Yeah, he had 50. He only completed 56% of his passes, 1,400 yards, but in 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He had that. That's a negative ratio. You don't want that kind of ratio to try to even get in there. I talked about that, and I'll keep on harping on that. So from the moment that he became the starter, however y'all want to pet it, he was an interception machine. He was. Like Cliff said, he was on pace to throw 34. And if you look at the advanced stats and you really want to get into the big picture, stuff get even worse. It's like it gets beside that. Historically low QBR. Historically
low, yes.
Overall passer rating, y'all, was 68. 68. Barely there. According to the Pro Football Focus, his offensive grade, y'all, guess what his grade is? Go to the PFF. Guess. 44. They ranked him the 42nd quarterback out of 43 qualifying quarterbacks. How many starting quarterbacks is out there? How many football teams is there? There's 32 football teams. He's ranked the 42nd quarterback. There's backups that's better than him. He wasn't even that bad, yo. Pretty much every metric that mattered, when you put it in there, he was one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the entire league.
And see, this is what hurts me so bad. People say crazy, retarded stuff, defending it. And then it make us seem like we a hater when we tell the truth. These are facts. We're not haters. We've been saying we want the young man to succeed. But you got to stop when true facts smack y'all in the face and act like this is okay. This is the problem.
He threw for 364 yards and 33 touchdowns against the Titans. Fine. That was a good game and a loss. They lost that game. But I gave him his props on that. But one decent performance, and it don't erase the 7 starts that he had, and just that one flash of goodness don't erase the 7 interceptions. 10 interceptions, and it just don't erase all his turnovers. You can't. Not one, you can't, because you had one good fluke game. Now you got to call it a fluke, because that's what it was. Because without the screen passes, he don't go over there. We got to keep it a buck. And I talked about that too, but I give him his praise. So I'm not a hater. You can call me what you want to. But statistically, this is the statistical. If you could put statistical in the profile, you could put his face up here and say this is a struggling rookie. He ain't no all-star.
We talking about the Titans that are once again in the top 5 in drafting, a defense that was in the bottom probably 10 in total defense.
Cliff, I don't mean to cut you off, Cliff, but think of what this means to the other people that like in the league. Like when you go to the Pro Bowl, all them players that's out there working hard, working in the offseason, studying, you know what I'm saying, getting their arms stronger, getting their legs stronger, playing their butt off every single Sunday, you know what I'm saying, for 18 weeks straight. And then when they supposed to get a Pro Bowl, go to the Pro Bowl because they done busted their butt, you got a guy who is statistically the worst at their position, and you got people striving to be the best that don't make it. But now you got a guy, because he's Shedeur Sanders, but he's one of the worst QBs in the league. He can go. He can get there. This is a reward for me that worked my ass off to get here in this game. What did I say to everybody else in the league? You know what I'm saying? Drake May didn't want to go. No, he going to the Super Bowl. We know the Super Bowl don't quarterback or player don't never play in the Pro Bowl. We know that don't happen.
Can truck it. I don't want you to do any work. Who were the quarterbacks that were selecting? Because I think they only select about 3.
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Drake May.
So all of them decline. Well, Drake May has no other choice, but Josh Allen declined.
They're both hurt. They're both banged up. Remember, they're trying to get healthy.
Okay. Okay. Let's just say Justin Herbert and what's the name? But you still got Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
You still got C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You still got Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Who else finished the season this year in the AFC? You still had Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
You still had Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who else? Help me out.
AFC?
Yeah. What other quarterbacks started in the AFC?
I think I named a lot of them. Not who else? Not Jackson Dart. Tua Tagovailoa. Shoot, he could have been a starter.
Yeah, Tua.
Geno Smith possibly could have been a starter.
We got Geno as a replacement.
Come on.
So what I'm telling people is, believe me, they contacted these guys beforehand. They contacted these guys before Shedeur. Everyone turned it down.
I don't know.
They go, it's a specific order that they go in when they are looking for replacements. You think Joe Burrow wasn't a consideration? You think Trevor Lawrence wasn't in consideration? You think Aaron Rodgers wasn't? Aaron Rodgers and Trevor Lawrence went to the playoffs.
Now they just want us to sit here and we should just supposed to believe out of the entire AFC that Shedeur Sanders, he the next man up. He was the next best man up. So we supposed to accept that there without like a single other QB being better in a more deserving position in had a more deserving season than Shedeur Sanders. So, like, that's what I'm saying. So and like my aunt said earlier, she got in here. She came here. Shout out, Auntie. You know what I mean? What about the guys who actually had a winning record, a winning season that threw more touchdowns than interceptions, that didn't throw more interceptions than they had touchdowns? Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson statistically had superior seasons than him, for real, when you look at it. They didn't, I don't think they called them because they probably would have went. This ain't just about Shedeur. This is about the guys who deserving to be there, y'all. The guys who work, and I'll keep saying that, who consistently perform well each week, who went to the playoffs. When them GMs told them, if you work hard, I'm going to give you a bonus to go into the playoffs. I'm going to give you this bonus to go to the AFC Championship. I'm going to give you this bonus because you played your tail off. You hit your mark. You hit your mark at that position. So now you can go to Hawaii, chill, and go play flag football. Hey, your whole family get paid vacation to go chill in Hawaii because you deserved it.
I don't mean to cut you off, Trucker, but can we really be honest? Do we really know if Shedeur touches the field if Dylan doesn't get a concussion?
It's crazy, man.
Do we really know? Do we really know that? And yes, he got his shot. And yes, I give him some credence because yes, he's a rookie.
It's crazy.
But also people, y'all eyes gotta work. Y'all just can't be looking to see if he completes a pass. Y'all can't just be looking to see.
Like it's just like it's like think of how toxic it's getting now out here. How like the toxic precedent this just set. Like think about it. All out what I just said, y'all. That's facts, y'all. I'm putting the facts there. I'm not just screaming the yellow. I'm talking real shit. This is real. It's facts behind that, right? So now you telling people and players that go earning it on the field, it don't matter. Earning your keep on the field don't matter as much as your brand do. So think of how this sets up football. I don't think y'all look at it like that. That's what y'all not getting. That's what it's not ringing bells with nobody. Brands mean more than putting in the work. Your brand mean more now. You think football diva now? Think of how much work we just got with just this one bonehead decision. And then him accepting it. You think people in the league want his head now? You think they wanted it last year? Oh boy, they about to be coming for his head next season. It's crazy. Your brand. It's crazy, man. Like you lead your team to wins. You putting up solid numbers. You out there busting your ass, getting surgeries just to try to make the Pro Bowl or make a good season, have a good season. And then somebody that got a bigger brand make it over you. Man, bro, like, it's just crazy. But, like, look, we know, y'all, it's not merit. We know it's not your merit. We know it's not what you putting in. We know it's about the money. The dollars mean everything. Dollars mean everything, right? And I don't even know if I could sit here and call another NFL player a diva because they sitting out and holding out because they want money. When the NFL is flexing right in front of our face, that's all it's about. But y'all constantly get mad at players when they hold out on them, when they hold out on you. They say, hold up, I'm not coming to your practice because you owe me bread right now. That's what this is about. It's about the money. Money is the root of all evil. That's what they say. But I mean, I'm not getting all deep up into that. But what I'm saying is, this bad thing come behind that. When you're making it all about that, we know it's about that, but now you're literally putting that out in the front street. It's about, this is what this is about. This is a money move. That's crazy. Because we know he's a popular, that's Deion Sanders' son. We knows that. Flag football game, losing its appeal. He's popular, Deion Sanders' son. So we got to get him out there. We already knew all that was going on. So this move, like, it just confirmed a lot in what we all been feeling for years. The Pro Bowl, it ain't a serious name. It's a popularity contest. It's a beauty pageant where your name means more than the game, than your game. The NFL, they ain't trying to reward the best players. They're not. They're trying to. They want to turn this into the WWE, like how JB said earlier. They want more drama, more entertainment, more excitement. But then when they get that, and it's a stunt. But when they get that from a player, when it's too much, it's bad. That's exactly what they want. They're tearing football up. They're tearing the sport that we love up. And the only way that I think that we can get any kind of handle on this is fans literally boycotting the NFL. Literally, we have to take back this sport. We would have to take it back by not tuning in. Don't pay for packages. Don't pay for that shit. Don't watch that shit no more. Excuse me. Just don't. We ain't gotta talk about. I mean, like, cause it's a joke. It's a joke, yo. Nobody, and granted, nobody really, they're getting out of it what they want. They want somebody like me, like what I'm doing now, people to continue talking about this game that nobody watches. Because as long as there's drama, as long as there's somebody talking about it, it's working, right? We get that. But we're not looking at it like that. It's just a total disregard for the players that work out and pay attention and they do what they do, man. Because, like, for decades, making a Pro Bowl, y'all, it always was a huge deal. It always was. It was like, it was on the line. It was on your resume as a player. It separated the good from the great, and it mattered. And like the Hall of Fame debates. This game used to matter in the Hall of Fame debates. It really did. Now, that legacy is just permanently damaged. It's done. There's no more of that. The selection, it sends out a loud, doesn't matter, and merit don't win, doesn't matter. All that matters is your brand. While some people want to celebrate it, the rest of everybody out there in the football world is just like, you know what I mean? This is a joke. This is a joke. But look, y'all, that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna keep harping on. I'm not gonna keep harping on it, but that's just how I feel about it. You know, we got to take it back. But look, we know it's about the bread. At the end of the day, we do. We really do know it's about the bread, but it sets up different things for different players. You know what I'm saying? Right now, to be honest, I'm surprised that he took this because, but there's a lot of people who's always questioned his humility. Does he have humility? Does he have it? When and all that means is that, you know, he didn't work hard enough, or he wasn't deserving of the Pro Bowl. He knew that before he accepted it. He knew that he only got that call because of his popularity. He knew that, but he took it anyway. So say what you want about what I'm saying and how I feel and everything else. He knew that. His dad knew that. But his dad wants him to be loved by everybody, though. He wants everybody to love him, everybody to tune in for him and tune into him. But at the same time now, it's like you just took the hand me out. You took it. You took that from somebody else who was more deserving of it. You took that from them, literally. Who was more deserving of that than you? Humility would have been using your brand and everything to say, you know what? I don't want to be in it, but I could get somebody to play. I know somebody who deserved to be there. Even if you ain't the starting quarterback, you're still going to play, but it's not there. It's not there. And believe you me, like I like Shedeur. I do. But this got me looking at him like, come on, bro. Like, you really gonna take that? You know where this is going. You know how this make you look right now? Look like the spoiled little punk B. You do. You do. Excuse my language. You look like the spoiled little punk bitch. You do. And I don't care how anybody feel about it. That's just how you look right now. But that's just how it's been. Daddy been coaching you your whole career. Now you just taking handouts from the NFL just because it's about the bread. You ain't have to nobody watch it anyway. Ain't nobody gonna watch it because you in it. They gonna talk about it because you in it, but they're only talking about it you in it in a negative way. In a way that everybody, all the Sanders say they don't like that. Yeah, they like it. Their fans don't like it when we talk real. But it is what it is. And you can't hide behind that. You can't hide the fact. You cannot hide that. This is what it is. It's a game of duck, duck, goose. Like I said, like the cover look. It's a game of duck, duck, goose in the NFL. Y'all falling for it. There's so much that's behind this that y'all don't even see, and nobody really respects the fact that all these other players deserve, work hard, and everything. Now they just trying to build their brands. Football is a complete diva show. Now, how we turning a sport into a fashion walkway, diva beauty pageant where you got to wear a helmet? I always say this, that is Department of Transportation certified. Department of Transportation, the helmet is certified. Like a motorcycle helmet, pretty much, is what it is. Has to be certified by it because those guys are so big, fast, and strong. But I ain't, that's all I got to say about it. But I always end off, y'all know I always end my shows, y'all. And I'm going to end it the same way. That's just y'all food for thought. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all sharing it out. Make sure y'all hype the videos. I appreciate everybody who come through and support me, man. I really do appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I always tell y'all, pray for yourself. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I always pray for everybody that's out there. Shout out to Neckbone, man. Shout out Neckbone coming through, man. I appreciate you coming through, brother. I ain't seen you in a minute, but I appreciate you tuning in, though, supporting. That's dope. It is. Appreciate Amanda. Amanda always in there. Appreciate you. Appreciate Motivated, Dedicated. Appreciate you, JB. Appreciate you, Cliff, for coming through, jumping on the panel. Appreciate you, Auntie Mo, coming up here in the hair, jumping up on there, and everybody else that's in the behind the scenes watching that didn't jump in the comments. I appreciate you tuning in also. You'll get prayers also. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm up out of here, man. Roll the credits.